out the house looking this ashy. Hold on, I gotta show y'all. Yo, what are those? Not gonna lie, I've been pretty unmotivated to work out this week because we're in the luteal phase. And there's also like seasonal allergies and cold just going around amongst other things. I'm kind of feeling it and I feel like my body just needs a little bit more rest. So I took an extra rest day yesterday. I was supposed to go do Pilates, but I was like, you know what? I got too many things to do anyways. I had some errands to run. So it's such a nice day out today. I think this is going to be the warmest day of the week too. Like I kind of want to like go back to the park or something and do like a yoga flow there outside. Spring is almost here. It's almost springing and I can't wait, honestly. Cold weather. I mean, it doesn't get cold like that. It doesn't get like crazy because I am in the Bay Area. But it still is somewhat of a like winter season a little bit. And yeah, I'm kind of just ready for the spring weather at this point. This book might be one of my top books that I've read in a while. I know I'm late to the game with this, but I finally was able to borrow it, and let me just say that the hype is real if you've heard about this book. This is how I know it's a good book, because first of all, it's written in third person, which typically I don't enjoy that much. It really like has to be written well and by a good author for me to enjoy reading in third person. It's about like gaming, which is, I mean, I enjoy a good video game here and there, but I'm not like a big gamer, and it was still super good. I say it's about gaming, but it's really about more than gaming. Like it's a whole story of like love and relationships and navigating adult life, and there's just a whole bunch of different like themes within it. It was just so like well written that I didn't even think about it being in third person. Like I could hear the voice of the character speaking, and the way the author like shifts perspectives and writes in like second person on the last like little bit of the book, and it's just the way that she did the storytelling in this was just super good. Yeah, I could see why it won Book of the Year for 2022. Like I said, I'm late to the game reading it, but definitely a great read. I highly recommend. Even on the summary of a book, it says, yes, it's a love story, but it's not one you've read before. It is so like different and not like a stereotypical like rom-com romance type of novel. It's not like that. It's way more like deep. It just covers so much, like so many things happen, and it's just overall really enjoyable. I highly recommend. Read this book. It's called Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow. I'm sure you've seen it before probably if you're into reading. Yeah. I need to start like a Goodreads, which I'm like slacking on, kind of like rate my books and like give like a whole list of books and stuff that I've read. Maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't, I don't know. If I was to have like a rating on like the books that I can remember reading in the past couple years or so, like this is definitely up there, kind of like up there with like the Evelyn Hugo. I know there's like a bunch of other books that I'm forgetting at the moment, but it's definitely high up there. I feel like during the winter I really dialed in to reading more. No, it's just such a good season to like really get cozy and read. I don't know, it was just so much more enjoyable. I just enjoyed my time reading a lot more over the past few months or so. So that feels good to kind of be in like a rhythm of reading and enjoying the books that you read, because sometimes you could get into like reading slumps where it's like, okay, I'm not really feeling anything, like I'm reading but I'm just kind of going through the motions. Now I feel like I'm in a good place to where I'm reading and I'm actually looking forward to opening up the books. I haven't made it to my book that I got from the bookstore yet, the blind date book. That's in between. As I just finished Tomorrow, 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 I got this little Handmaid's Wedding. It's a little novella. I thought this was the one that was like a satire type of story, but that's a different one. This one is like supposed to be like a buffer, kind of like an interlude between the second book and the third book of the Housemaid series. She says in here in the beginning that you could read it either in between those two or after you've read the third book. And it was basically just her writing it because there was a large gap in between the time of like putting the third book out, which I've talked about before. The third book wasn't my favorite, but it got really good at the very last bit of the book and ended up being good. So I figured why not just read this little short story to kind of end it all up. It's a really short read. I literally read it last night. It's not like a necessity to go along with the series, but it was just like a cute, nice, fun little intermission type of read. That's that. And now I'm just deciding on what book I want to read next. I have a couple of books borrowed from the twins that they suggested me reading next. This is one of them. And then I also have, like I said, the one that I got from the bookstore and a couple of other random pickups that I've like bought on sale that I just never got around to reading, or that I started reading in between waiting to get the books that I wanted to actually read. This is one of them that I kind of started reading a little bit. I might go to this one next. Just kind of like, I don't know, browsing around. Here's another one. See which one I end up going with next. But Tomorrow, 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 read that. What's up, vlog? We're back in the city. Can you believe it? One of my old co-workers, like friends from when I was in college, works at this museum, the De Young Museum. He was telling me about this new exhibit they have going on, and he ended up getting me tickets. So yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. I only have an hour to look at it because it's super late, because I was trying to do too much today. But it's supposed to be like this cool Paul McCartney like photography exhibit. Let's go check it out. I'm super excited. How are you? That was so cool. I felt like there was just so much to look at, and it was super inspiring. It was just truly so cool, and also just nice getting to catch up with a friend that I haven't seen in like years. Even though it was brief and I didn't get to stay for too long because they were closing, I'm just super glad that I was able to go see that and enjoy that. Yeah, it's funny too, because it also like, I have a love-hate relationship with the city, and like sometimes being back over here in like specific areas, sometimes it makes me kind of miss living here, but then also at the same time I don't necessarily miss it, and I know I'm not even that far away from it. Ever like in the mood to go explore or to be in the city, it's nothing for me to like go drive across the bridge, you know what I'm saying? Able to come back home where I know I'll have parking in front of my house. I had to worry about all the riffraff of the city. Like brings me back to my college days of being out here and being like, oh my gosh, I remember that. It's just crazy because I feel like those college years really went by so quickly. And granted, I did graduate a little bit earlier. I graduated a semester earlier because I just could not wait to be done with the school part of it. Really enjoyed like the people that I met there and my program, like the Becca program. If you're a Becca graduate, like you already know, like, I met some of the coolest people through Becca. But just thinking of like my college days, it just flew by so fast. It's like I don't regret not doing stuff because I did still do a lot of things and try to do stuff and explore while I was living out here. I feel even more of an appreciation being back home and getting to come here, having had those years of experience, because when I do come here, I'm not like nervous to drive here. I'm not like, I'm familiar with certain areas. There's also like a sense of like, not nostalgia, but like a sense of kind of like, oh, this is like my old home for a bit. Like this is where I literally was all the time. Granted, I was like in the thick of it with school and work, and so I feel like I never really had too much free time to like go and do stuff. I could have created time, but I feel like I also did as much as I could at that time. Does this all make sense? It probably doesn't. It's probably just me rambling because I'm reminiscing and I was catching up with an old friend. It's all just like, all these thoughts are just like coming up. I don't know, it just gives me like an appreciation of my time here. No matter where I end up, I feel like I'll always have such a love for home. But because I am here, of course we're gonna go to a coffee shop. Of course, we have to. Actually, this time we're probably gonna do matcha. I'm kind of more in a matcha mood right now anyways. Another one that I had saved that I've been meaning to try out. Another like highly topped rated one called Kiss of Matcha. And they have a couple of different locations. Yeah, we're gonna go try out this matcha spot. Hopefully I could find some parking. And if I can't, then we're just gonna try out a different spot. This is fire. I'm not even gonna lie. I know I just put out a video where I was talking about my top matcha places in the Bay. I'm gonna have to do a separate little matcha tour for maybe just San Francisco part of the Bay, because this right here, this is just the regular matcha oat latte, but this is good. This is good. I was gonna try the strawberry one, but I was like, let me just try the regular matcha first. This is fire. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a whole separate little rating scale system. I'm gonna have to revise my rating because this might be top. Kiss of matcha. A little pricier, but honestly, I feel like me adding oat milk into at other matcha spots, it would have came out to be the same price anyways. But thumbnail. This camera's about to die, but